Okay, folks, we're back again, continuing this video that we started earlier on how to make how to take a old radio tube, Westinghouse radio tube, and turn it into a steampunk light or light lamp or something similar to that. There's a lot of projects you can actually use these for. I kind of looked around on YouTube and I haven't seen one the way I'm trying to do it, but I'll give you some thoughts and ideas as to what I did. I know it's not first class and high rated and top of the line, but it's the best I could come up with. It's one of the first projects I've ever done like this, and hey, it turned out to be a lot of fun and a blast to do. Alright, what you're going to do is you're going to start off with the radio tube, just like you see here, an old Westinghouse tube, anything similar, something just like it. And let me start off with saying that, my wife, she calls me the Fred Sanford of modern days. And I gotta agree with her, with all the junk I've collected over the past couple of years, playing around with all these projects on YouTube and getting the urge to try to do some of this crap at my age. It's kind of challenging, but hey, you know what? It's a whole lot of fun. And I'm gonna do what I can to make the best things I can out of it that I enjoy doing and having a good time doing it. Alright, we're going to start out, like I said, we initially started out with this old tube. We bought two of these on eBay at the same time. This one ain't very good, but I figured, I better start with the worst one first, because there's no telling how bad I could really mess this project up. But actually, I probably should have used the good tube to begin with. It turned out really pretty nice, with the exception of what you see on that old glass all messed up. And a little cleaning up and polishing, it looked pretty nice. Okay, back to how we did it. Take this tube, this old vintage radio tube, and get you a cutoff saw and cut all of this all the way around there. All the way off, all these little connectors. And you'll also cut this black piece off right here in the center. Once you get that done, it's going to be flush with the surface here. At that point, you should see that this might start working itself loose like it did on the first one that I made. And you'll also find that you'll need to get a drill bit, something like this, 5/16 or somewhere similar to that, and run it dead in the center of that thing and drill it out. Be very careful, because you're going to be drilling in some pretty sensitive stuff there. Make sure you keep safety as a factor. Wrap this thing good with some cotton rag and get you a good leather glove and hang on to it real light. And drill lightly. Don't get crazy with it, because that thing may just shatter in your hand, because something happened that you just don't want to see. You might have to call Levon in there to help you out after that, because Fred's going to be running. But anyhow, little laughter in there would hurt. But yeah, be very careful, folks. That stuff is probably pretty brittle. But once you get that drilled out, this black piece, this little collar or base, whatever you want to call it, will slide right off, hopefully just like it did in the first one I built. Once you get that off, you'll separate this tube and you'll have the base separate. Keep in mind now, we just stated all this is going to be cut off, so this is going to be flush. And this will be a separate piece. Once you get that off, then you're going to take, or let me back up, you're going to try to achieve what we got right here. You're going to see the tube's going to come off of this end, and all you're going to have is this little black piece here. Then you'll take this little piece of scrap iron that I got at the junkyard, this old piece of brass or copper. Old junk man down the street had it, and of course old Fred Sanford, he went down there, he started looking for some stuff, and he found it. Well, it got me about 10 of them, so I can really mess up 10 of these things before I get one right. Take this piece, get you a washer like this. It's really a little bit bigger than what you see here, and you're going to want to fit that inside there. You may have to take it to the grinder, take a cutoff tool or something, deburn tool, and get in there and kind of buzz out the sides so it fits in there real smooth. And if you want more light to go through there than what I got, what I'll show you at the end, you'll actually may want to burr this out to about half that size. The more opening you got here, the brighter the radio tube will light up. Alright, once you've made it to that step, then you're going to get you one of these little light here, little amber colored lamps. It's got I think a 3/4 or 1 inch washer around the side of plastic rubber washer. Or grommet, whatever technical term is for this thing. Hey Lamont, can you help me? Oh, Lamont done took out with a girlfriend. Okay. Then you're going to put that all the way down inside there. And you'll see, like I said earlier, if you take and you grind that out in the center, you'll have more light showing through it. You could actually go all the way out to the outside of that little rubber bushing or thing there on the corner, you know, and set it in there. Once you got that in there, actually, let me back up a step here. Glue the washer in first. Okay, I might have to call them out again. Then epoxy that in place, or you can actually JB weld it in place, super glue it in place, do whatever you want to do, as long as you can get that to stay in there. I used a 2-part epoxy and it seemed to work pretty good, and then I kind of coated it with some what do you call them, mini glue sticks, and it kind of made a little mess, but it still worked. Let that dry and you got the bottom of this base finished. Then you'll go ahead, at that point in time, you'll have this separated, as we stated earlier. You'll take your top of your tube, and of course, the light's going to be in there, and you're going to glue that tube back to the base itself. And then you're going to have your whole contraption set up right there, just like that. Now, folks, like I said earlier, this is one of the first projects I've done like this. And it is a challenge for an old fart like me. But if I can do it, anybody can do it. Now, to give you a shot of the finished product one time, give me just 1 second here, and we'll get you hooked up. And we'll kill the lights, and we'll put the light show on for you. You know, folks, if you like this video, man, subscribe to our channel. And tell us what you think you would change, or what you're looking for that we don't have in it. Any questions you might have, post them below, in the comments section. We're open to all kinds of comments, positive, negative, whatever it might be. But we'd like you to learn just like we learn on YouTube. It's a great place to learn new ideas and new techniques. Let me kill the power. Okay, there we go, folks. That's what we got left. It's actually pretty bright. We work in a lot of different ways, a lot of different projects. Again, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Let me turn the light switch back over here so I don't trip over my own feet. I might call them out and help him get me back out of here. Alright, folks. Myself, I'm a Navy veteran. And I would like to thank all the troops that served our nation. Every single one of you. Thank you for your service. And y'all have a great evening. Thank you. Signing out.